Now this is your pancreas. This is a soft, lobulated, both exocrine and endocrine gland which is situated in the posterior abdominal wall behind the peritoneum. That means it is a retroperitoneal organ. It is situated partly in the epigastrium and partly in the left hypochondrium. Now this pancreas consists of the four parts: head, neck, body and the tail. Now head is that part of the pancreas which is more bulky at the lateral or right side, and it is contained within the C-shaped curvature of the duodenum. This is the duodenum, first part, second part, third part and the fourth part. So within the C-shaped curvature of the duodenum, the bulky lateral or right end of the pancreas is the head. Now neck is the most slightly constricted part beyond the neck, beyond the head, and the body extends from the front of the abdominal aorta to the front of the left kidney, and this portion is tail, which is contained within the lienorenal ligament. So there are four parts: head, neck, body and the tail. Now this head has got presenting parts. This is the anterior surface which is directed forwards and to the right side. The posterior surface, this is the upper border, this is your upper border, this is the right border, this is the lower border, and one process, that is the uncinate process. This is the uncinate process. So it has got two surface, three border and one process. Now this is the anterior surface. Anterior surface is in the upper part. It is not covered by peritoneum because it is related to the transverse colon. This portion, the upper part, it is related to the transverse colon, so it is non-peritoneal. This is the lower part which is covered by the peritoneum. This anterior, the head and the neck is separated on the anterior aspect by an artery, that is the gastroduodenal artery. This is the gastroduodenal artery which is dividing into two arteries. One is superior pancreaticoduodenal, another is the right gastroepiploic. This is the right gastroepiploic, this is the superior pancreaticoduodenal. And posteriorly, the junction of the head and the neck is demarcated by the right margin of the portal vein. Now posterior surface of the head of the pancreas, it is totally non-peritoneal or completely non-peritoneal, and it is related to so many important structures, of which you have to remember at least three structures, that is the right crus of the diaphragm, the inferior vena cava and the bile duct, which is very important structure. Sometimes the bile duct is incorporated within the head of the pancreas. In that case, if the head is enlarged, then it may compress the bile duct. Now the upper border, this is the upper border of the head. It is overlapped by the first part of the duodenum. This is the first part which is overlapping the upper border. This is the right border. This is the right border which is overlapped by the second part of the duodenum, and this is the lower border which is overlapped by the third part of the duodenum. Between the duodenum and the head of the pancreas, there is anastomosis between the superior and the inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. And this is the uncinate process which extends from the lower and left part of the head, and it extends upwards and to the left. This is the uncinate process. And in front of the uncinate process, there are the superior mesenteric vessels. These are the superior mesenteric vessels which lie on the anterior aspect of the uncinate process, and behind the uncinate process there is the abdominal aorta.